kind of just use it into, it helped me be more mature if I just look at it that way. I can't really just look at it like I have to change the child.
Jeremiah, who's it?
One is positive. Everybody.
Can we?
Growing up, I knew I wanted to be like Michael Jackson. I used to be able to sing when I was younger. I used to always stop and be on stage and dancing and sing with Michael Jackson until he died. And so it kind of crushed me once he died. And so I had to, look up to somebody else. And it's kind of like when I really started like acting out negatively because I'm not nobody to look up to. And then that's actually when I got into the basketball. I started playing basketball with some friends. And I remember a lot of friends, they used to shoot, they used to be like, LeBron, and they would shoot, and they'd be like, Kobe, they would shoot. And then, I just wanted to be different, so I remember I was in junior high, and I met a guy. He was a Kevin Durant. I asked him, who's your favorite basketball player? He told me Kevin Durant. I'm like, Kevin Durant? Who's that? And then after I checked out Kevin Durant's stats, I started looking at some of his highlights, and that was one of the greatest players I've ever seen. That's kind of like when I fell in love with basketball, So that's I started looking at Kevin Durant growing up too as well, because I looked at Kevin Durant, when you think about him, he reminds me like a creative player that you want to create like 2K15, any basketball game you want to create somebody tall, somebody strong, somebody who can shoot three-pointers, mid-range, dunk on people, all kinds of stuff, free throw, everything, Kevin Durant can do it all. I think he's one of the greatest basketball players alive to this day. He could be better than Michael Jordan. However you say.
Okay. So, what things can you learn from KD?
What things can I learn from KD? I gotta stay self-motivated. Kevin Durant is a very self-motivated person. He always wants to be on top. And that's kind of like one of the main reasons I look up to Kevin Durant, because no matter how many times he falls short, he's going to always continue to strive to be the best in his business, be the best in the world, be the best at what he does. And that's why I appreciate his impact. And I strive to be like Kevin Durant one day. I may not do it in the basketball way because I'm not that good at basketball, but my everyday life, kind of revolves around Kevin Durant, the things he does.
Okay. So enough about KD. So how are you doing in school right now?
How am I doing in school? I'm doing average, socially in school, I talk. Most of the time I'm very quiet. I just sit back and I read people because I just enjoy it. It's kind of like psychology. I just study with people's actions and the way people do and the way people think. Some people may call it shy. I just call it staying to myself. It's kind of staying to myself is preventing me from being a troublemaker. I have to start being more mature, and I know that I have a life ahead of me, and I can't keep making those same mistakes that I were years ago. Not bad. It's kind of interesting. School is very interesting. I wish I was in school a little more serious my freshman year. I'm glad I did. I didn't really slack off, but I did. I could have took it more serious than what I did. I took some interesting classes in high school. Met a lot of interesting people. I've also taken class in that class. I'm pretty good at it. I might even go into that field. I couldn't think of it.
Okay. So what's one thing you could and that you
of the subjects would be math. I remember also growing up, I used to always spend a lot of time struggling in homework, doing math homework. We could just be up to like late, beyond midnight, doing homework, studying math, trying to make sure my answers was correct, and always making sure I had to, knew exactly what I was doing so I could, ace those exams and tests and stuff like that. And that just made me a stronger person and made it so that like I turned my weakness into my strongest suit that I have. And that's kind of why I want to get into the accounting field, because I got so good at math. I remember in Indiana, we had like the state test, kind of like the ISET test that we have in Illinois. We had one called the ECAs for English and math, and I had scored the second highest test out of the whole school in the math. I scored like an 800. That's like very high. Yeah, so I'm going to go into accounting. So I'm thinking about taking on things that I'm passionate about and put into a career.
All right, so first you say you might go into web design, and now you're saying accounting. So which one is best for you? Which one do you think is best?
I think accounting might be, my occupation in the next 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 to 10 years, it would be my occupation or career. Because it always evolves. It always revolves around math. Like I said, I'm going to take on things that I'm passionate about. Because most of the time when people think about accountants, they think about people who are in suits, sitting behind the desk, being bored, punching in numbers all day. But it's not really like that. Most accountants are very interesting. And if they do dress like, in the suits, I don't mind it. I'm a different kind of guy. I like dressing like that. I like dressing in suits and sweaters and, ties or whatever. I like all that stuff. But they also, let's look at it like this. McDonald's. Somebody has to run the McDonald's franchise. Somebody has to take care of that. It's a big business. McDonald's is all across the world, right? And every year they have this what they call a fiscal year. A fiscal year, and it's the ending period. And they got all the information, like all the like revenues and net incomes and net wealth, all that stuff put it together. So they like the McDonald's franchise, they will get everybody together and like a destination, let's say like we're gonna go to Peru or something, 5-star first class, we're gonna go to different restaurants, relax, it's kind of like a paid vacation, we do interesting things like that. Everybody gonna come together and put things together. I mean, it's crazy. I was saying like a year, but oftentimes they do it every month because everybody has to come together every month to do these things. If you got like a big franchise like McDonald's or something, I go around the world and see different things just by being an accountant. When you think I'm just sitting behind the desk punching the numbers all day, I'm really enjoying my life. Seeing things that other people have not seen. I probably go across the world or something. Go across all of America.
So, would you be going to college?
See, that's another strange thing. I'm not really a college person. I'm a really different thinker. I don't think going to college would be the only way to be successful. In school, teachers always push, like, hey, you gotta go to college. College is the way you're gonna be successful. I see a lot of college dropouts. I see a lot of, I see a lot of failures in college, people who have college debt, student loans, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Job Corps, and this is the government program that they have, where I go on the accounting finance program, and there I can get my accounting license and get my, and be a CDA. CPA? Yeah, I can get my accounting license. I think the CDA or CPA, yeah, I'm sorry. But, yeah. And then maybe then if I still want to like further my education, at least I'll have, my own kind of money to go back to college if I choose. If I ever choose to go back or choose to go to college.
So your plan B, if the account that don't work out, the account program don't work out, go back to college.
Yeah. Plan B would be, probably would be on college. Probably would be, probably because I also am, like I said, I'm pretty good at web design. I probably would go into, like the web design field. Like I said, pretty good at that. Probably going to like, what's that school called? Paul, Ivy Tech. Yeah, IT Tech. Yeah, IT Tech, web design, stuff like that. I was something like that stuff. Local computers. It's all the interesting facts about it. The guy is out of work.
So your backup job is and your first job is your goal, your career goal is doing accounting.
You're at 13.
Okay, so well, both of them are accounting.
Did you do a conclusion?
Okay, so you're gonna have that backup degree to cover you when you're done with college. And if you feel like that, you don't feel like taking web design or accounting, what's your other job that you can give me?
So, first out of high school, we did one of those work. Probably I would have to maybe take out a student loan. Probably go like South Suburban Community College or something. I probably have to fight the bullet, or try to find a local job and try to save up. And then try to go to college or something. I don't know. I might try something different.
Yeah, I see you got your
You want to stop there?